Hi guys, Travis here with Street Called Straight Ministry. It's Sunday. Let's take a minute to do a quick devotional to the Lord. You know, one of my favorite people from the Bible is Elijah. He's one of my favorites because through his faith, he did amazing things for the Lord. He's also one of my favorites because he was a man with a nature just like ours. Sometimes he got tired, sometimes he was worn down, sometimes he even got scared. One of the most famous stories about Elijah is when he got all the nation of Israel together and he said, "Let the God who answers by fire be God." You remember he had set up an altar and he had all the false prophets of Baal come and cry out and pray to their God that he would send down fire to consume the offering. And of course, nothing happened. There is no God, Baal. Then Elijah comes up and he's a man with a nature like ours, but he prays a fervent prayer and God answers it. And God sends down fire that consumes not only the offering, but also the stones and all the water that Elijah had poured on it. Through his faith, he did amazing things for God. But shortly after that, Elijah got tired, he got scared, and he ran and hid. And in 1 Kings chapter 19, we find him hiding in a cave. He's hiding in a cave, and the Spirit of the Lord comes to him and says, "Elijah, what are you doing here?" And his answer was this. He said, "I have been very zealous for the Lord God of hosts, because the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant, thrown down thine altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And I, even I alone, am left. And they seek my life to take it away." Elijah felt like he was all alone, and he was scared. He was hiding. You know, Psalms 122 starts out this way. "I was glad when they said, 'Let us go into the house of the Lord.'" You know, a lot of times we are just like Elijah. We go out into the world carrying our torch, being a light for the Lord, and by the end of the week, we feel like it's just flickering. We've been surrounded by worldliness all week, and we'll begin to think that we're all alone, that there's no one with us, and we're the only one who's focused on God. I was standing in the house of the Lord this morning, and I realized what a great feeling it was to be surrounded by other believers. I wasn't alone. Just like Elijah, he found himself hiding in a cave because he thought he was all alone. But God told Elijah, "I've kept for myself a remnant." You're not alone, Elijah. The same way with us. We're not alone. That's why it's so good for us to go into the house of the Lord and to fellowship with the other brothers and sisters, other like-minded believers, those who put God first. You know, I think it's an important thing, and so did Solomon. In Proverbs chapter 27, he says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens his brother." Next week, I hope that you're all there in church, that you can fellowship with one another. Virtual church is great, but it's so much better to be surrounded by other believers, that we could be, as iron sharpens iron, we could sharpen our brothers and sisters, that we could encourage one another, and that we would all know we're not alone. You guys, I love you. God bless you. Have a great week.